Nah, nigga, I was reporting like a motherfucker. Yeah, I told everybody in the lobby to report.
I have to say that nigga muted. Okay, there we go.
That nigga wouldn't let me live, man. That nigga, man, I seen that nigga bullets fly. He wouldn't even shoot the dude who was in front of him. His bullets was coming towards me, the dude in the back. This nigga is.
I swear on my own life.
You see, rabbis, this is what was meant by the vision had by Isaiah the Talmud.
You are most insightful, young Joshua. Yes. Tell us, Joshua, how is it that a boy of 12 could have so much knowledge?
My knowledge of the scriptures is granted by my Father.
It could be said that all knowledge is granted by God. How is it that your knowledge rivals the wisdom of rabbis who have devoted their entire lifetimes to study?
Because I am the Son of God.
That's right.
Words are the I
Dude,
swear
that's
on
awesome.
my own life.
You see, rabbis,
That is
this
awesome.
is meant by the vision had by Isaiah the Talmud.
You are most insightful, young Joshua. Yes. Tell us, Joshua, how is it that a boy of 12 could have so much knowledge?
My knowledge of the scriptures is granted by my Father.
It could be said that all knowledge is granted by God. How is it that your knowledge rivals the wisdom of rabbis who have devoted their entire lifetimes to study?
Because I am the Son of God.
That's right.
Well, let's get to this drop, man. We got a couple minutes. I don't want to make this too long, very long-winded. Once I get to flowing, once I get to rolling, and all that. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. This joint, I'm going to leave the link. All right. Now, this is coming from, documents. I'm just bringing you documents that you can look into yourself. This particular one has to do with Columbus or Cristobal Colon, all that whole story. And if you never heard anything about that, just know that everything they told you was a lie.
He's sharing the gospel of Jesus Christ with everybody.
Who is Jesus? I don't know
Okay.
who Jesus is. Why you keep praising Jesus?
What he did throughout Trinidad, throughout all the islands.
Who the fuck is Jesus?
You know what I'm saying? At the mainland, into South America, and into Tenochtitlan in Mexico. And I meant to bring you a book. I know the source. I don't want to read to you. But let's get to this. This particular bit of drop comes from some documents that's preserved in the Biblioteca Colombina in Sevilla. I believe that's Spain. So if you want to look it up, that's where it would be. I'll leave the link to the PDF. Biblioteca Colombina
Follow
in
me
Sevilla.
on YouTube. Khan Naga.
Right.
6'9". Show some love.
So check it. I'm just going to get to it on you like that. So this is from Columbus. These are his words, as well as, whoever's his posse is and all that kind of stuff. And we're trying to say, okay, why? What's the real reason? If we've been lied to, drop, what's the reason? All right? What's the reason? Why
He didn't get any on me.
to America? Some people say, oh, he came to find some land for his people and to rescue his people. Who? Oh, he was a Jew, so he was finding new land for the Jews. Why did he come to America? And we're going to tie this together with the Dumb Diverses, 1452. And again, shout out to Lex Will for kicking that drop. It is what it is. Great source. Check him out. Now, among the earliest and most fascinating witnesses to the latter is a manuscript of 84 folios or pages dated back between September 13, 1501 and March 23rd, 1502, and now preserved in the Biblioteca Colombina in Sevilla. It begins, this is the beginning of the book or collections of Octoctorites, whatever that is, Octoctorites. I can't say the word. Look it up, Octoctorites. I think that just means authorities. Sayings, opinions, okay, so authoritative sayings and opinions, and prophecy.
What? You can hide in there?
To be covered. Now, let's back it up. I know we got off with that. Octoctorites. Octoctorites. That's my best guess at that word. But I'm not a genius. So let's get off. But so I'm gonna back it up. But this is for real. So why did Columbus come to America? This is what is in the writings, Columbus's writings, in the Biblioteca Colombina in Sevilla. This is the beginning of the book or collection of authoritates. I like that. Sayings, opinions, and prophecies concerning the need, listen, concerning the need to recover the holy city and Mount Zion. Just in case y'all thought, maybe we bugging with the holy city. You know what I'm saying? And Mount Zion. I can read it again for you. This is the beginning of the book or collection of authoritates, sayings, opinions, and prophecies concerning the need to recover the holy city and Mount Zion, and the discovery and conversion of the islands of the Indies and of all peoples and nations. For Ferdinand and Isabella, our Spanish rulers. Columbus came here to seize Jerusalem. You know, that place that some people say don't exist, and everything in the Bible don't exist, and that all came from some white man or something crazy. You know what I'm saying? When you research the Hebrew, the Paleo, you got to give that to somebody, right? So when it goes back to that, in that Torah, and when we go back to being where we're at in the North Country in Jeremiah, and we understand that they came here to do what? To do what? Concerning the need to recover the holy city. And Mount Zion is here. This is for America. This ain't talking about going to the Middle East. He said he came here to get the holy city. He came here to find Jerusalem. And Mount Zion, he wanted to recover that for his own his own people. He wanted some riches, he wanted some gold, which he never really got. We were his gold. Took us off to Europe, and took us off
You ain't
to
no
Africa,
Westcon.
and took milking and boxing. I'm saying we were that. I gotta, make it dramatic because it makes you tear up. You know what I'm saying? You literally start crying when you understand the savagery of what really went down. He found here, he started slaughtering all our people, looking for the holy city. Where is Jerusalem or Jerusalem? The mainland. Now, if you think I'm crazy, baby, I'm not saying I'm not. I'm not saying I'm right. We're just pontificating. Remember, this is the Dry Radio. This ain't no religious thing. I'm just breaking down Columbus facts, and if you're interested, cool. If you ain't, you can get with it, or you can't get left off. I already told you about that. Now check this part out right here, and we're going to jump into something else. Now, okay. Reverend and very devoted father, when I came here to Granada, where's Granada? Look at your map. The Americas. When I came here to Granada, I began to collect in a book excerpts from authoritative sources that seem to me to refer to Jerusalem. And I plan to review them later and to arrange them appropriately. Then I became involved in my
But
own
why y'all so scared?
slaughter, kidnap, murder, rape. That's why he went to jail in Spain. It was so many. I mean, you know, I got the book inside, man. I think that's the African and African American joint with Jack Forbes. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm saying that right. Also, the American Holocaust joint, which is a great book. They break down the stats at that time that they estimate that the world population, we talk about Hurricane Columbus, man. They said the world population at the time that Columbus got here was dang near 400 million, according to them. In which 80 million, they said, was already here in the America. Who these 80 million? Who these people lingering around here, acting like they lost and don't know where they came from, thinking that there's only one destination for this dark race of people that coexist and go back to this one body of Earth when the Earth was still connected and still is. Chakras, spinal cord, one body, but we divided into Africa, America. Just because it looks like it's divided, don't mean it's divided. So stop dividing yourself and be indigenous, and then know who your daddy is, and know who your creator is. I read it again. Reverend and very devoted father, when I came here to Grenada, I began to collect in a book excerpts from authoritative sources that seemed to me to refer to Jerusalem. He collected all that right here. And that became his wild goose chase. And in his later days, he, so-called got very religious and very spiritual and even saw himself as fulfilling, part of prophecy, which he, broke down the barriers of the water to find his new land. And he also fulfilled Deuteronomy 28. Right? So this is happening. This is 1501. If you think I'm tripping, if you think this Columbus thing is just whatever, when he says that, this is the book concerning the prophecies and the need to recover the holy city of Mount Zion, let's just, rewind that about 50 years to 1452 with the papal bull, the Dum Diversus. You got to look at the papal bull because the Pope gives the authority to the rest of the kings. You about to find that out, man. Suit up. But you don't even know who you are, so you don't know what you're fighting, so you are drinking the wine. The wine. So what is the Dum Diversus? What is the papal bull? One of the most important papal bulls ever written and has never been retracted, which lets you know it's real and still is in effect today. It says, this is what the Pope granted to the King of Portugal and Spain. We grant you, kings of Spain and Portugal, by these present documents, with our apostolic authority, full and free permission to invade, search out, capture, and subjugate the Saracens and pagans. Who are the Saracens? That means black people. We're pagans to them because we didn't worship what they were bringing to our land. It was foreign to, it was a foreign God. They came to us, to our land, here, with the New Testament and a cross.
Jesus.
You don't find evidence of that here before then. That has to click somewhere in you. That doesn't mean anything about there not being a Hamashiach and all that kind of stuff. I'm saying they packaged it and they gave it to you. And we still rock with their package of it. And that true Hamashiach, we're not even connected to because that's direct to the Creator. That's direct. But I'm not going to get into the Paul's writings and Josephus and the Piso family and all that kind of stuff. And, how we were first born, and then suddenly we're not. You understand?
Jesus.
There's a hijacking going on.
Jesus is awesome.
The world gets back in order.
Who's Jesus?
It's in chaos when the new superintendent
Who is Jesus?
Is that
Cusco, the navel of the earth. Look, man,
How
But,
long?
can
How
we
long?
put, man,
How
can we
long
get off
did?
this trip past the host, man? Quit trying to host on that, man. Good Lord.
figure out again and
Yeah,
wake
how you
up.
pass those?
Don't work against it.
Yeah, man. Who the host, man? Cause nah, it ain't that, man. Something wrong with the service. Everybody shit doing that.
Right in Louisiana.
Yeah, I'm about
The
to
damn
join
land is
you. I'm about to
everything.
back out.
You understand? So stop separating the land. Go back to the origin because it's going to come back and be one thing. It's going to be one thing. Either you with it or you ain't with it. I'm just kicking off some things.
Either you with it or you ain't.
What the Pope
That's
say
real
in
shit.
1452, specifically to the King of Spain and Portugal? We grant you kings of Spain and Portugal by these present documents with our apostolic authority. I'm having all kind of look, not the best reading, but whatever. You know what I'm saying. Authority, full and free permission to invade, search out, capture, subjugate the Saracens and pagans. Us, we call them pagans. They're an abomination to us. We're an abomination to them. That's why we've been That's why we're just a remnant. We have to wake up. It's not an insult to nobody to know who we are.
Right.
Why is it that once we reclaim a title, everybody gets pissed off and listen like we're crazy? You gotta be crazy. But with all these other fictitious names, Africa is a fictitious name. That's a land of nations and tribes and clans. So is America. India? Who called it India? The native people called that land. So we're dealing with fictitious titles. When I was born, my parents gave me a title with a slave name attached to it. It's a fictitious title because they didn't give me my indigenous name because they didn't know it. We grant you kings of Spain and Portugal by these present documents with our apostolic authority. Apostolic authority. Yeah, I hear you know. Apostolic authority. It's two words I don't like. Authority and full and free permission to invade, search out, capture, and subjugate the Saracens and pagans and any other unbelievers and enemies of Christ. Right? This is their package, their version, their Greco, Christos, Christus, Serapis. You understand? Caesar.
Jesus.
Christ means anointed, but it's in Greek, right? So it's anointed of the Greeks. Hamashiach, it's anointed of the Hebrews, whatever you want to, call that particular bloodline.
Jesus.
Right? So again, I'm trying to drop the fictitious stuff. We're learning, we're building, we're dropping the titles, we're dropping this division of the earth, coming back and being indigenous and respecting each other's tribes, whether they're over here or over there. We're dark races, rocking the whole joint indigenously, but we got to respect each other. Once you respect where I'm standing, then I can say, hey, my melanated brother, I respect where you stand. But don't act like it's some void because nobody's jumping over the hundreds of thousands of millions of years of history here to just connect all the way to across the ocean or to connect to any land that is not our inheritance. It's not about everybody being from Africa. To us that understand the concrete value of our lineage, it's about our inheritance. I believe, and what I'm sharing with you is that we are in that land, the promised land. This is the land of what they would call Shem. This is that neutral territory that is the land of these particular melanated people here as an inheritance based on what we're connecting in our lineage. And that's, anybody can rock that left and right. I'm not, hey, I'm just dropping it with a third ring. Just telling you what it is, man. L-E-I-K. So he says, we're going to subjugate the Saracens, the pagans, and any other unbelievers and enemies of Christ, wherever they may be, as well as their kingdoms, duchies, counties, principalities, and other property, and to reduce their persons, to reduce their persons into perpetual servitude.
Slave free.
That's a lot.
Show
I
ass
know
to
some
work.
of y'all probably never read that. And hope those that have read that, we're able to continue to keep reading that and to connect that, to what we're doing right now. Excuse me. It is freaking cold, and I'm sorry. I'm not going to get sick again, I promise. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to just read this from the Columbus Biblioteca Columbia in Sevilla, from Columbus. This is the beginning of the book or collection of authoritates, sayings, opinions, and prophecies concerning the need to recover the holy city here and Mount Zion here, and the discovery and conversion of the islands here, of the Indies. Do I need to keep saying that? And of all peoples and nations. For Ferdinand and Isabella, our Spanish rulers. All right? Feel me? You feel me? Down verses 1452, about 50 years prior, a decree goes out from the Pope saying, hey, by the way, King of Spain and Portugal, before you make a move, let me grant you, by these present documents, this right here, our apostolic authority, got it, full and free permission to invade, search out, capture, and subjugate the Saracens and pagans. I'm a pagan and them, they're pagan.
Hey, yo, Django, what the fuck are you doing, bro?
Creators. We have two different creators. I worship that which created me.
Bro, fucking move your ass and go fucking revive somebody, bro.
The energy, the original vibration. They worship.
Are you fucking slow or what?
Zeus.
Yo, too big. He was camping on the escalator back there, bro. Like on the very bottom.
Saturn, Satan.
Yeah, towards the right.
Yeah.
Right over there somewhere.
So I give him this apostolic authority, full and free permission to invade, search out, capture, subjugate the Saracens and pagans and any other unbelievers and enemies of Christ, wherever they may be, as well as their kingdoms, which lets you know we was balling temples, kingdoms. Take the kingdoms. They act like you didn't have nothing. That let you know that it's more than them taking you. Like, why would they tell us a lie so big without proof of slave ships and millions of people that you're transplanting from the old world to the new world? You're going to uplift a whole race of people and drop them like you just got that much power, that much drive. No, y'all took a few thousand of us here and there. Maybe tens of thousands, maybe. But come on, man. We're waking up. Nobody gets shook, but we're waking up. Everybody got to be looking at us like they still don't know that they're the indigenous people of America. How are they not connecting this? Then we connect everything else, right? But we're falling back. We're trying to, put this thing together. We had kingdoms. When they saw Montezuma's gold, when he showed that to the Cortez or, Castillo, these people said, these Spaniards said, all the wealth of the world is right here in this room. And they came from Africa. They came from the old world. And that's in their ledgers. All the wealth of the world is here. God dang, y'all niggas been bottom. They flipped out. They said they had to convince their soldiers that they weren't dreaming. All the freshwater oceans and, island palaces. So they said, look, we're going to subjugate them, these enemies of Christ, because they're not accepting this cross and this new covenant, because we understand the new covenant's coming. We're not saying, that's the New Testament, that's the new covenant, so we got to go this way now. We understand that we can, we can still, see, I don't throw out the babies with the bathwater. I'm not saying, some people will throw out the whole New Testament, all that kind of stuff. I still dig in because I believe they're still feeding off of some babies in there. So I believe, that we have that Hamashiach, but I do also believe personally that we are back to this planet, to this plane, this flat plane of ours. You ain't spinning. We are the saviors to this plane. Once we wake up, everything comes back to life. The earth is rejuvenated. When we're asleep, we're not in order, everything's in disarray. I'm just sharing some personal stuff, giving y'all some love, man. Shabbat shalom. And yeah, man, enemies of Christ, where they may be, as well as their kingdoms, duchies. Who has duchies? Counties? Principalities? That's their energy. You gave them, this gives them the right to take away the energy, the principality, the energy, man. They hijacked your whole frequency. They gave you, here, take this Babylonian cross. Take this version of Christo. Take this image. You don't got to rock with your creator. Those old laws are done. This is the new covenant. Oh, I need some verification. And it can't always go back to the Greek. So that's love, man. Y'all check it out. I'm going to leave. Let me just finish that.
Make sure y'all follow me.
Principalities and
Khan Naga, 6'9".
That's what you got to remember. They took your shit. They took all your shit, all your shiny things. You know how much property they took? The government right now is holding about 770 million acres. 770 million acres of indigenous land. Just got it. They were giving away acres like letting families come over from wherever you're, you know what I'm saying, 50 acres for free and the tools to till your land, just to be on these indigenous lands to fill them up some more, to get these people off. This is fact. If it pisses you off, it should. And if you think I'm lying, you a fool. You do the research and you figure this out, man. I ain't got time to argue with nobody. But it says other property and to reduce their persons into perpetual servitude. You're still serving, because when he granted these kings permission to put you in perpetual servitude, that means forever, forever, forever. You know, shout out to San Juan,
Forever.
big homies in LA.